It is indeed a great honor and privilege for us to now invite the Secretary General of the United Nations to deliver his welcoming remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming His Excellency Mr. Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations.
Your Excellency, President Park Geun-hye of the Republic of Korea, Your Excellency, Mr. Hwang Woo-yeom, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Your Highness, Sheikh Moza bint Nasser of Qatar, UNESCO's Special Envoy for Basic and Higher Education, Dr. Irina Volkova, Director General of UNESCO, Dr. Jim Yong Kim, President of the World Bank Group, Honorable Kailash Satyarthi, 2014 Nobel Peace Laureate, distinguished ministers and participants, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming to this important World Education Forum. I'm especially grateful to the Korean government and President Park Geun-hye for hosting this important forum on education. We are very proud that this forum is being co-convened by 7 United Nations agencies, and I thank our distinguished colleagues from the United Nations agencies for their leadership. This shows how education cuts across our global agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic of Korea is the only nation in the world that moved from the list of least developed countries to the member of OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. There is one word that explains how. That's education. When I was a child, after Korean War, we were constantly told to study hard. That was the only way to invest in our future, and it worked. Everything I am today, I owe to education, including textbooks donated by the United Nations agencies, UNESCO, and UNICEF. Every child deserves that global solidarity. Ladies and gentlemen, studies show that $1 invested in education can generate $15 in economic gain. If all students in low-income countries learn basic reading skills, more than 170 million people could be lifted out of poverty. Education is not a privilege. It is a birthright. The Millennium Development Goals rightly focused on education. Primary education enrollment is more than 90%. My Global Education First initiative aims to improve the quality of learning and foster global citizenship. This forum will set the new course for education as the United Nations prepares to adopt a bold agenda for sustainable development at our summit meeting this September in New York. I expect that President Park herself will be represented there. Nearly 7.5 million people who took our My Lord survey online said that education is their priority concern. We need to listen to this call. Education is a powerful weapon to fight security threats, including the rise of violent extremism. The terrorists know this. That is why they keep attacking schools, like in Garissa, Kenya, and Peshawar, Pakistan. They target girls with books, like Malala Yousafzai and her friends, as well as the girls in Chibok, Nigeria. we never forget their struggle. Students in danger zones have the courage to keep going to school despite the threats. We have a collective responsibility to reply to their bravery by raising our voices for their rights. That will make the world safer for everyone. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is unjust that 57 million school-age children are out of school. We cannot call this world prosperous if it is too poor to educate its people. I urge action to focus on girls and women, ethnic minorities, persons with disabilities, and children living in conflict-affected areas, rural areas, and urban slums. I also call for school curricula and activities that promote gender equality. Education must do more than produce individuals who can read, write, and count. It must nurture global citizens who can rise to the challenges of the 21st century. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, at any age, people can learn. Let us give them the chance so that we can all create a new future for all. I thank you for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General, for that very passionate and inspiring speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Mr. Ban Ki-moon another big round of applause.